here at Edwards in Braden, Florida. NISA Level 2 certified in fire, NISA Level 1 certified in suppression. I've been in the company about a year and a half. Welcome to the lab. I wanted to invite you here today so we can talk about our new detectors. As you see here behind me, they look a little bit different than our previous detectors. These are the new SIGA2 detectors. Here I have a SIGA2 PS. The programming and basic functionality is very similar to our former PS. The look is a lot different though. They still fit on the same base. As you see, with our older PS we had two LEDs, and here we only have one, but it flashes green for when it's pulling and flashes red when we have an alarm. If you've been using the SIGA Pro tool to clean out the detectors, as you see, doesn't matter how hard you hit that with a hammer, it's not going to fit. They thought about that. So what we can do is here on the back we have a tab. We can pull it down towards the center of the detector, turn it counterclockwise, and we can pull it apart. So now using a small screwdriver, we can push the screwdriver into the slot as seen here and just pry the sensing chamber right up. So if you have some dirty detectors out there, that part's now replaceable. Put it back together, put the detector back up. So off to the next job. Personality 1, Personality 3, just like the previous PS detector. Programs everything the same. What is different is our PHS detector. Now this detector has Personality 1 for latching, Personality 3 for non-latching, but we can split the element. So instead of this being a detector that's a photo and a heat sensing detector, it's actually two detectors now, a photo and a heat. We can split the element, so we can use Personality 50 and have the photo as a latching and the heat as a latching, or we can use Personality 51 and use a photo as a non-latching and the heat as a latching. So let's say we have a hotel and we have some sounder bases in there. We can have the photo as a supervisory and then have it non-latching and set up the sounder base, and then if there's a heat in that room we can enunciate that through the rest of the building. The next detector that I want to show you is the SIGA2 COS. Now this detector is the first in our signature line that can sense CO. And here we have it. It pops apart just like the other detector. It's very easy. And we have Personality 64 for latching and 67 for non-latching, but also we can program this detector to do monitor, supervisory, or alarm when the CO portion is activated. The CO module itself has a lifespan of 66 months from the date it's manufactured, not from the day it's installed. So if you have this guy sitting on the truck for a year, you're only going to get 4 more years out of it. You see, we can pry up the cover very easily, and then we have our CO module that just pops right off of the board. We get ourselves a new 2-CORPL. Get her out of the box, and then as you see here, you just line up the little tabs and slide it right on. Put the cover, and then the outside cover, and we can get another 66 months out of this detector. The next detector is a very powerful detector. It's the PCOS. So not only do we have the CO portion, we also have a photo. This is, again, it's like two different detectors like the PHS. So we can program the photo to be a supervisory or an alarm, and if we program it as an alarm, we have Personality 64 and 67 for the CO portion. So with 64 being latching and 67 being non-latching, if we program the photo as a supervisory, we have Personality 51 where the photo is non-latching and the CO is latching, or we can have Personality 68 where all of it's non-latching. And again, so now we have the photo that can be a supervisory or an alarm, and then we have the CO module that can be monitor, supervisory, and alarm. A very powerful detector. The last of the photo detectors is the SIGA2 PHCOS. So this is a photo and a heat detector along with the CO detector. And again, it can be pulled apart very easily. Now with this detector, the photo itself can't be programmed as a supervisory, so we only have the two portions. We have the photo and the heat that will activate an alarm, or the CO module that we can program for latching or non-latching, monitor, supervisory, and alarm. And as you see here, the sensing chamber can also be removed, but it's a little bit different, and there is a different part number for it. So you're going to have to keep two of them on the truck, because as you see, this one has a hole in it for the module. Same thing in all of the CO detectors use the same module, so you don't have to overstock on that either. Next, we want to get into our heat detectors. Here's the SIGA2 HRS. You see, same. Here's our former detector. Now, the big difference in the HRS and the HFS with the SIGA2 is that our spacing is a little bit different. We only have 50-foot spacing on these detectors, as with these we had 70-foot spacing. So think about that if you're swapping one out, a previous SIGA device with a SIGA2 heat detector, then we might want to recalculate our spacing. The last SIGA2 device we have is the SIGA2 HCOS. Now this is a heat detector with a CO. We have personality 66 for latching and personality 69 for non-latching, and that's for the CO portion of the device. So if you have a heat, you just have the heat, but we still have the three different points that we can program the CO for. And that wraps it up for today for Tech Talk at the Lab. Come see us next time, and we'll go over some more stuff. Have a good day.